little early for the tiers, but we're going to go over it because we've had some weird stuff happen early. Like teams in places, including the Orioles, who have really struggled, that aren't usually there. So we'll definitely go over that as well with the MLB tiers. Let's see. So these are the teams right now, even though it's April, these are the elite teams right now. So these are the teams right now, I think, World Series level teams. Yankees, Padres, Dodgers, Guardians, Diamondbacks, Mets. Yeah, Aaron Judge, by the way, is good at baseball. He's hitting over 400. He's got 7 home runs already. He also too. He's back in his right, and he's in his proper spot in the field. He's in right field. So I think that's it. Max Fried and Rodon have been great at the start for them. So I think there's enough there. A little bit worried about Williams and the closer. It hasn't been great there so far, but that's a concern as well. Padres, I think, are there. Padres, I think, maybe it's a little too quick to throw dirt on the Padres. We'll see. I think we know how good Tatis is for them. Manny Machado is still there. The pitching is not bad. I think also to Suarez, I think, is leading the league in saved. So they've had good relief pitching and good starters as well. Padres, I think you're going to put there. Dodgers, we know. They got everybody, even with all their injuries as well. Freddie Freeman, Ohtani, etc. Betts, Edmund has gone off to a good start. Their pitching, I think the Dodgers, are absolutely elite. There's no way they're falling out. No way the Dodgers will fall out of the elite. The Guardians, I'm going to leave there as well. Quan and Ramirez, I think, are fantastic. I think they're very underrated, by the way. I don't think people talk about how good Steve Quan and good Jose Ramirez is. Well, Kyle Mazzato has 7 home runs at the start. So I think that if they can get some more offensive help, I think that really puts them there. I think Class A struggled here to start. It's a little bit of a concern, but I think K. Smith is outstanding. So we'll see with him there. Guardian, D-backs, I think pitching, I don't think has been good as they had hoped, but I'm not too concerned about their pitching. Burns, I think, will get it together. I think that's just a matter of that. I'm still going to leave them there. And the Mets have been fantastic, even with Soto not going off to the blazing start. He's not going to be great all the time. But I think the Mets are there as well. Playoff contender, Cubs, Giants, Tigers, Rangers, Brewers, Red Sox. Cubs, I think, are right there. They're probably the best team in that division. They're starting pitching. Steele, I think, is going to be out for a while, so that's bad news. It looks like they're going to sign the long-term extension of Kyle Tucker, so we're going to see how that goes. Giants are much better so far than what we think. Good start, at least. I think that's required for a team there as well. We'll see, but not everybody. It's going to be a tough division, though. But I think I got to put them in a good category the way they've started. Tigers, I think, are right there at the start. Their rotation is really good. Tarek Subal, Reese Olson, Jack Flaherty, Casey Mize, I think, is kind of going to took a start for them. And Spencer Torkelson has finally looked like the guy they all hope for so far. So I think if there's a concern, it's that they're not going to have off offense if they've kind of had it. Rangers, we know, are good. I mean, they're bordering on elite. They won it a few years ago. Tyler Mahe has been really good at the start as well. And they have had Jacob deGrom in there. Evaldi has been good. Wyatt Langford, I think, has given them reason for optimism here at the start. Brewers, I think, are there as well. I think it's going to be 2 to the post, them and the Cubs as well in that division. We'll see about that. They have, I think, offensively, I think this might be a better group than they're used to seeing as well. Both Sox, I think, Devers, I think, has kind of had a bit of a slow start, but their pitching has been good. Crochet has been terrific for them. This is exactly what they hoped for, getting them off a bad team, getting them on a good team. They're finally getting production from Trevor Story, so good for them. So they're getting it from Trevor Story. So that's actually good as well. Decent teams. Royals, Reds, Angels, Mariners, Blue Jays, Astros. Uh, Royals, I think they're going to get better. They haven't been great here so far. The offense has been decent. Witt, Perez, Pasito, India, Arias, their pitchers haven't been great here. A little bit, not great, but not bad. I think that they got to even that out to get possibly in the playoffs. The Angels, Mike Trout is good. They'll be good. Like it's look like is if they can get a whole season of what they've been getting from Mike Trout lately, they're going to go ahead and get into. They have a possibility of getting in the playoffs and possibility being decent. The Blue Jays, I think, are really good as well. They haven't had great starts from a lot of people. I think Springer has been good for them, and Hoffman, Santander, kind of a bit of a slow start. We'll see. Their Mariners, I think the Mariners are exactly what we thought they were. To quote Dennis Green, Cal Raleigh's been really good as far as the offensive production. I'd like to still again, Julio Rodriguez, slow start. Let's start seeing a little bit more from him. The rotation is decent. We know that. So the only thing with them is can they get enough offense? The Astros, I think, are missing like half a step, having Altuve in right field. I still don't know why they're doing that. They've kind of been, again, what they thought they were. Possible playoff team, decent, I think, missing half a step. Astros, I think, are there. I'm being nice and putting the Orioles in this category. Their pitching has been awful. Awful. We'll get to that in the report, so I won't spend too much time on the Orioles. But the pitching has been awful. There is some hope their offense is going to turn around because they still have really good offensive players. Even in this category as well, the Cardinals are here. This is kind of a nod against their organization, but man, they're not. I think they're kind of losing the way a bit. They kind of don't know where they want to go. Nats, I think, are building. Are they winning right now? Nats, I think, are building in the right direction. They could be higher during the season if they, depending on how they do. Nats did win tonight. It looks like so. Bad news for the Nats. Braves, I think, are kind of the same. Pitching hasn't been great for them. Marlins and A's, the circumstances are making it tough. They're fighting, but it's going to be difficult. Not going to spend too much time in the last category. These teams haven't been any good. White Sox, four down. No, yeah, there's nothing here. I do think the Pirates of any of this group. Let's go over Rays, Rockets, Rays, Twins, Red Sox, Marlins. I think not the Marlins. I think I put that in the wrong graphic. So Rays aren't any good. These teams aren't any good. White Sox is absolutely no hope at all as far as that goes. Who did I put in the last category? No, it wasn't the Marlins. Give me a second, folks. So the Marlins, not the Marlins. Twins, I think, are back here. I'm sorry. So the Twins are not the Marlins. I have the Twins. The Twins, I have the Marlins there. Twins aren't any good. Pirates aren't any good, etc. White Sox, Rockies, Twins. Yeah, that's it. So but it's the Twins. So it's White Sox, Rockets, Twins, Rays, no good. So there you go. The tiers, those teams are not going to the playoffs at the end as well. Some teams we don't know are there, and it's a little odd there. So it is a little strange to see some of those teams here at the end. Let's do the Orioles report. We're going to keep doing it, even though the Orioles have not played well. As we know, they did lose tonight, apparently. I didn't see the end of it, obviously, because I was obviously working the street. I guess I could even start there, but let's talk about Brandon Young at the beginning. So Brandon Young, they did bring him up for a spot start from Aberdeen. They designated Scott Buick. Buick, obviously, he's already signed with another team, so they sent him back down after the game, brought up Cody Poteet from Norfolk and optioned him back down. Poteet, again, gets hurt, so they swapped him back. He's back in the rotation as well. That was retroactive to the 21st. Trevor Rogers is in Chesapeake. For those of you who don't know, it's now no longer the Bowie Bay Sox, the Chesapeake Bay Sox. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on Kyle Gibson and Trevor Rogers now, the way that the rotations look. So it's definitely you got to keep an eye on those guys that in the middle of a rehab assignment as well. I think it'll probably be soon. I think in May, I think he could be ready to go in the bigs if they decide to bring him to the bigs, which would be an interesting decision they have to make. Brandon Hyde said Wednesday that the Grayson Rodriguez elbow has been diagnosed with a mild lat strain, causing to our guy Jacob Calvin Meyer at the Baltimore Sun. Look, you're not going to have Grayson for a while. It looks like he is starting. Every time it seems like it's funny though. Every time Mike Elias and Brandon Hyde asked about it, they kind of, well, it's no big deal. Everything is just working itself out. But yet still they keep postponing his sessions and doesn't look like they're going to have him at all this year. Kyle Bradish is back flying a long time darn surgery, according to Mike Elias. Back on track. Recovery could turn late in the summer. I didn't put late to save that space. Brash, I think he will have at some point this year. I think it late in the summer sounds about right. After the break, August, etc., you could have Kyle Brash at some point. Look, you don't have your three best pitchers right now. I don't have anything on Eflin yet. And I'm going to go ahead and look up Zach Eflin here real quick. But, I mean, you don't have your three best pitchers. Last year, you got rid of Corbin Burns. You don't have Zach Eflin. You don't have Grayson Rodriguez. You don't have Kyle Bradish. That's a problem. So, and Eflin is going to go ahead and throw in the bullpen this week. Man work as well. So, that's good news as well. Real quick, Mid-Atlantic Sports Network, here at the end, could be the last season, is finally launching their streaming service, Mass and Plus, that will give you available every O's and Nationals game. So now you no longer need the cable. It's $19.95, apparently a month, according to the Mass website, where you can go ahead and order that through your streaming service, so you can get your cell phone. I'm Team Android here, like this one here, and you can go ahead and get Masson through the app. You can order it through the game, so you no longer need cable to watch the Orioles. You can go ahead and do that, and also the Nationals. I would get the monthly personally, simply because I wouldn't do the year because there's nothing else to watch on Masson. So that's a thing. So keep that in mind there as well. Orioles were awful this week. Of course, somebody asked me, did the Orioles give up 24-2? Looked like the Ravens and the Bengals put a beat down on them. That was the most runs the Cincinnati Reds have scored on. They scored it on Easter Sunday since 1900. Yes, that's right. That's 100 years. They haven't scored as many runs as they did. So the Orioles pitching was flat out awful. Morton, I don't know what to say. They can't keep going with Morton as many starts. At the end, the smart thing they did, they put Gary Sanchez and Jorge Mateo in just to save some bullpen arms. Does that make sense? But that was just bad. That was just bad all the way around. I haven't seen this anywhere, but I do think Jordan Westberg is battling an injury. This is just more my opinion. That was been reported. But he's DHing a lot. So I don't know why. I don't know any other reason he'd be doing that. So you're seeing Urias a lot at third base, and you're seeing Westy N DHing a lot all of a sudden. So that kind of tells me that there's something there where they're DHing him more, outside of just strategy. So as well, again, that's just an opinion. I didn't read that anywhere. Sagano, Felix Bautista, Cedric Mullins, if you can call it hot. Sagano, again, probably been the best pitcher. He hasn't given him a ton of innings, but he's probably been the best. Felix has been good, but they haven't really used the closer much because you haven't won much. And Cedric, I think, has been fantastic all season long. So definitely put him in that category as well. Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton is been awful. Jorge Mateo has been awful. Juliano Perez has been awful. Enough said. I don't know what else to say at this point about those guys. So I just haven't been any good. And this week, I'm going to go ahead and give the player to week to our man, Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn, I think, has been fantastic for the Orioles. I think he's been a solid hitter. They've even had to put him in the outfield with all the injuries. Have a good draft, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and you'll have a great rest of your day.